Do you ever feel like you're pushing through mud? I mean, maybe you've got clear vision, you've got a great team, and you've been hitting the mark so far. But now you've hit the 3 Bs. You've got things breaking. Things used to work, but now it just doesn't seem like you can keep up. You've got bottlenecks. There's so many things that are just getting bogged down. And then you've got barriers, where there's confusion that's hindering the progress. People are asking for more information or can't find the information that they need. There's things blocking your way. If this sounds familiar, you might have outgrown the systems that got you to where you are now. Because as an organization grows, complexity increases. That's just the way things work. And it chokes progress unless you have the right structures to support it. So in this video, we are going to look at the 4 systems that every organization needs to stay aligned, focused, and moving together. In the last video, we talked about your leadership operating system. That's the structure that enables everything to work together effectively. I introduced a framework called the effective ecosystem, which is a simple visual that describes the different pillars that you as a leader need to pay attention to in order to have a highly effective organization or team. And we're going to build off of this as we discuss the 4 master systems. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that last video, pop on over, take a quick review, and then jump back on. In the last video, we looked at the 4 quadrants, and today we're going to focus on those axes and the north, south, east, west points of this diagram, because what we're talking about is building master leadership systems that enable you to lead clearly and effectively. Leadership oversees everything, so we're going to start at the top of the diagram, the big picture. The leadership system is about how leaders cast vision, shape culture, and build alignment, which is why it combines the 2 quadrants on the top, which is shaping, which is about building culture and creating the environment, and then mapping, which is about setting direction on what everybody's supposed to be doing and accomplishing together. And as your organization grows, people need more than a mission statement. They need that consistent leadership that keeps vision and values alive in everyday decisions and conversations. So when you have a leadership system, this system includes practices like regularly casting vision about the mission and the direction, maybe telling stories that reinforce values and purpose, and you as a leader modeling the behaviors and mindset that you want in the culture. And then the very important task of clarifying direction and objectives so everybody sees how what they're doing contributes to the big picture. Because the fact is, if you don't shape the culture and align your team on purpose, everybody's just going to do whatever they think is best. And that might not match your direction. Now we move to the right side of the diagram, which is about the actions side. This is about the things that you do, and we're moving from bigger picture into the more detailed execution. And so this is your focus system. This is about how leaders turn strategy into execution. It's called the focus system because you're taking that big picture goal and you're focusing your effort to best accomplish what you've defined as that goal. Having a strong strategy doesn't mean anything if your team doesn't know how to act on it. It's just a good idea. So this system bridges the gap between conceptual big picture direction and then the practical execution. Depending on your context, it might include things like strategic planning cycles, maybe a quarterly, monthly priority or goal setting type of meeting, weekly decision making, check-in rhythms, clarity in your systems and your processes, how you do your work. These type of practices help your team stay focused so that they can do what matters most today, this week, this month, not just way down the year what we need to accomplish. Now we move to the bottom of the circle, which is about the practical implementation and work that is done by the people. And so this is your performance system. Here we combine the best of people doing their best work. And we've got the 2 quadrants of cultivating, which is about growing and developing your people and teams and their capacity, and execution, which is about doing the work with excellence. Here you are helping people do great work and grow in their roles. People are your greatest asset. If they're feeling unclear, supported, underdeveloped, your progress will always stall. So this system makes that people are both developing and performing. And here's where you give them clear roles, you give them clear expectations on success, ongoing feedback and coaching, intentional development, conversations tied to real work, not just the once a year annual review. It's this ongoing culture that you're building, that people know what's expected, they feel supported, and they have room to grow. When you have a strong performance system with clear expectations, the right tools, regular feedback, support for growth, people know what great work looks like. They feel equipped to achieve it and deliver it, and they have a path to keep growing. And now we come to the people side of the framework, the connection system. This is connecting people through big picture shaping of culture into them developing and teams doing great work. The connection system is the relational glue of your organization. It connects people to the bigger picture. It connects them to each other and to the work that matters. And as your organization or your team grows, people naturally drift into silos. This doesn't just happen on a structural way, but also relationally. When you have a connection system, this helps everybody to stay connected with each other by creating intentional structures for communication, collaboration, and culture sharing. So you might have regular team meeting rhythms that reinforce shared priorities, or maybe there's clear communication flows that reduce confusion and rework. Coordination practices that connect people across departments and functions, and spaces for informal connection and cross-team visibility. And a strong connection system helps people feel like they're part of something bigger while they're in sync with what they need to accomplish today. So let's recap the 4 systems that restore clarity and forward motion. You've got a leadership system to reinforce direction and culture, a focus system to translate strategy into clear priorities, a connection system to keep people aligned and informed, a performance system to help your people do great work and grow. And when these systems work together, you build more than a structure. You build stability, clarity, forward movement, and it starts to feel like you can have progress again.